Hello ladies and gentlemen, as always I'm your host Al, wanting to give an announcement on a second Magpul project. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well no, wait a minute, didn't you already do 2 Magpul projects technically? Well, technically. One is still in development, I still need a barrel and a flat hop for it, but the way it's performing as is already substantially my cup of tea. But that is down the line. Now, what I have is an announcement for a particularly project of a certain gun that I know is going to piss off certain people. Certain people who have the number 81 and love to just call me a moron or a dunderhead or anything of that nature for my taste of a certain company. But before I get into it, I'm going to tell you now that the project is a pistol caliber carbine. One I'm going to be getting off the ground thanks to our very generous PayPal donator, Coolhead1. Now, of course, some of the project money did go to Tony because he needs some stuff, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to get a lot more stuff done, but again, just one of those things. Now, why a pistol caliber carbine? Why not something like a full-size rifle, or a light machine gun, or a battle rifle, or even a sniper rifle? To simply put, I like pistol caliber carbines because they're intriguing, they're interesting, they are, in a sense, the unknown. Pistol caliber carbines are something that I have always fell in love with. Not just because I kind of have a soft spot for the high-point carbine, but because I have a very much so big soft spot for the Beretta Storm pistol caliber carbine, as well as other pistol caliber carbines out there. They're just intriguing, they're fun, and they remind me so much of the M1 carbine, which is just this small caliber, soft shooting carbine that isn't firing a full-size rifle caliber or isn't firing an intermediate cartridge. It's firing essentially a low-powered cartridge. And the same thing with submachine guns, but you know how it is. So, you're probably wondering why Magpul? Well, Magpul is a company that is ran and was founded by a United States Marine Corps veteran, a U.S. Marine. And for those of you who don't know, I love supporting our veterans. And if I can keep getting Magpul stuff and keep supporting the U.S. Marine veteran, I'm going to keep doing so. I love supporting our U.S. veterans, and I love showing them some love, as well as build unique builds, or at least ones that I personally think is unique. Now, this one will not be a full stock variant like the M16 build I did, or a solid carbine stock variant like my current M4. Now, what this one is, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be something a little bit different. This one is going to be, of course, a collapsing stock M4 with the PTS EPS enhanced buttstock, which has a lot of battery room, which we will talk about this stock in the future, I can assure you that I really want to, but in terms of it, this is a really nice stock and one I'm going to be using because it's just very comfortable, very sleek, very nice, and is good. And while, yes, the Magpul-PTS relationship has sadly, and still is sadly, separated via a divorce, from what I understand, a very messy divorce, I still will support PTS because they did work with Magpul, and technically speaking, they do make airsoft versions of a lot of Magpul products, so that's how it is. In terms of the handguard, I'm going to be using the SL, or Magpul Slim. It's very nice, has that lovely just body with it that I absolutely love. It is sleek, it is designed, it is good, and has that lovely little hand stop right there, and just gives it that nice, I don't want to say aggressive look, it just gives it that just beautiful look I absolutely love about it, and the way it's just designed I absolutely love. So, you know how it is. And, of course, having those serrations up there to help mitigate the gleam from sun is also nice, but while not having as many M-lock sections as I would like, it's not as an aggressive angle as, say, my primary M4 with MOE, with a more triangular handguard. But again, it's one of those things. As for the barrel, of course, I do have this lovely little M4 barrel, which has the notches here, which I will not be going for the triangular front sight. I'm going for the more... how do I say this? I'm going for the more Picatinny style front gas block, so that way, well, sadly the gas block, of course, I think will have a built-in front sight, not sure, but I'm going to definitely be getting that on there, as well as possibly having in the future magpul sights on it. But again, we'll see how that goes. Now you're probably asking, what is the base gun I'm going to be using for this build? Well, one that, like I said, is going to piss off a few people, or at least those who, of course, do not like that I'm doing it to this certain gun, is, of course, the Daniel Defense M4 AEG. Now, you're probably saying, why am I doing it to this? Well, number one, it's got a little weight to it. I don't like it. I don't like having a little weight to my guns. I'm a skinny son of a bitch, so, of course, I want to have a lighter gun. This entire front section here is heavy as hell, has a lot of weight to it that I personally don't like. So I'm definitely going to be getting rid of this, and the barrel with it to replace it with that M4 barrel. The other thing that I'm not going to be, that I'm going to do, of course, is, like I said, replacing this buttstock with that EPS stock, and the pistol grip is going to be replaced with a PTS pistol grip. And then finally, the trigger guard is going to be replaced with a Magpul trigger guard. The only other thing I might do to it is, of course, go for a Magpul enhanced mag release. But the big thing that's going to turn this into a pistol caliber carbine, because I know everyone's going to be asking how I'm going to be able to convert this to a pistol caliber carbine, is having an insert in here. The Angel Customs magwell insert to be able to use MP5 magazines, or even their very own style of magazines, is what I'm going to be doing for it. Now, again, I'm doing this because I like the way this gun looks. I like the tan, and with it having a little bit of black, and maybe the stock on here, it is going to definitely enhance that look. And having that nice little extended charging handle is lovely in of itself. I'm not going to change this cover, I'm not going to change the magazine release, I'm not going to change anything internally, I'm just going to be swapping out all the outside stuff. Because, again, from what I understand, this gun is good already as it is. Maybe I'll put a Type 4 inner barrel in here, maybe I'll put a flat hop in here, again, it depends on the performance I'm getting out of it. But, again, I'm going to turn this into a pistol caliber carbine because I've always wanted a pistol caliber carbine. While, yes, I only have one magazine with this sucker, that doesn't mean I'm not going to get more magazines in the future, especially with our very generous PayPal donators. But, like I said, that is for the future. Now, future plans, of course, for this, besides it being a pistol caliber carbine, will be able to have that functionality of it still being a fully functional rifle. So, in a sense, I'm going to still have that rifle functionality, but with the sleekness and more lightweight of a Magpul build. And with the polar body, it's not going to have a lot of weight to it. The front handguard has the weight of that I don't need, and the like I said, it's just a lot of weight I don't need in the front here. I'm just going to, basically I'm just getting rid of this rail because, number one, I don't like the Picatinny. Number two, it's just unneeded weight, in my opinion, especially with running around in the woods. I'd rather have a lightweight rifle when running around than a heavy-ass rifle, because if I'm going to have a heavy-ass rifle, I'd rather have something that I know I'm going to be able to stay pack and nail targets out from a distance. What I will say, however, is that, again, kind of depends on what I'm doing. That does. That's how it is, I guess. Now, of course, I know a lot of you are probably going ahead and ask, what about other attachments? What else am I going to do with it? Well, in terms of other attachments, I'm definitely going to be looking at the PTS flash hiders. I'm definitely going to be talking to, of course, my friends in the PTS community and asking what flash hider would do good for a pistol caliber carbine build, or what iron sights would be good for a pistol caliber carbine build, or what optics would be good for a pistol caliber carbine build, what magazines would be good for a pistol caliber carbine build. Again, there's also the other little intricate things like, say, I don't know, a Type 4 barrel, or even the flat hop. What other MP5 style magazines I'd like to go with, because I am interested in the Angel Customs MP5 magazines that have the G36 style locking lugs on them. So having those two together would be nice, and I could actually I could probably have them inside my mag pouches to be able to just yank out two at a time, put one in, fire, 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 pull that out, put another one in, fire, 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 and then just be like that. Or I can just go single at a time and just use the mag release to basically smack it, magma drops, put it in there, all that good jazz. Again, there's a lot that can be done with this, but again, kind of depends on what I'm going to do with it and what I'm willing to do with it. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm keeping the tan body and keeping the parts somewhat black. I mean, again, the EPS buttstock here already has a little bit of green to it. I'm not sure if I'm going to paint it all black or I'm going to go straight on green with it. It kind of depends on what I'm willing to do. But, again, we'll be doing a full video breakdown on the entire thing, as well as each part going into it, and sort of talk about why I went with it in more depth. So, outside of that, look forward to that video series and sort of how this comes to be. Now, other future builds I really want to do is, of course, a magpul-pts battle rifle. And when I mean battle rifle, I mean a full-on battle rifle. Now, I don't know if I want to do a carbine-length battle rifle or if I want to do a full-length battle rifle yet. Again, I'm still trying to figure that out, and I still want to kind of see what I can do with it. But, again, it's one of those things. Now, I know everyone is going to rage in the comments section because of what I'm going to be doing to this Daniel Defense M4. Do know now, I don't give a shit. What I do care about is your suggestions for PTS or even magpul build features in the future, or even magpul-pts ideas of, say, flash hiders, or even a pistol grip that might go good with this, because the pistol grip I have always used is this lovely little number right here that is on my M4. I've always liked this pistol grip. It has been very comfy, very nice, and like I said, I've always loved the MOE because it gives that retro, modern style triangular handguard. I love the full stock here because it's that right length I like, and it's just really nice. But again, this is my custom build one that I have built and been building for years now. And again, this is my kind of go-to for it. And I am hoping to get a more modern style pec box for the side of this so that people can stop losing their fucking minds at me using a more retro style pec box on the side of my M4, which is now on the side of the Double Eagle 2-in-1 M4, which looks a lot better on there, honestly. I'm hoping to get a better gearbox, or at least another gearbox for that M4, so that way I can swap them out and have a full metal gearbox in that to make it a full-size sleeper gun. But again, just one of those things, I guess you could say. Again, leave your suggestions in the comments section. However, not in the form of links, because if you use links, YouTube will remove the comments. So please, leave the names of the attachments in the comments section, and I, as well as Tony, will look through them, and we'll kind of discuss, what would be good for what. If you have an optic from either NC Star or someone else, other company that actually would be a cool idea to put on the rail, the top rail for this little pistol caliber carbine, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Airsoft Al, and if you want to help support the channel or the content we produce, consider donating to our PayPal down below. And if you want to help out, or at least kind of DM me, direct message me some of these parts that you could suggest, a link to the Discord that I'm in down below as well in the pinned comment, as well as the PayPal link. And again, thank you to Coolhead1, who has been able to actually help make this project possible, as well as future projects that we'll be able to do in the future. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. As always, I've been Airsoft Al, and I will see you lovely, lovely people in the next video. Till next time. Later.